Good morning, friends and neighbors. It's your cousin Ken coming to you from, where the hell are we? Sandberry, Georgia. And man, we had a long day yesterday and we had to go through these shallow waters and it snaked around through the prairies. But that ain't why I'm calling you. I'm telling you that we decided to come here to the crab company, Sunbury Crab Company, because we stopped here about 2 years ago and got a great dinner. And everything was fine. We had us a few beers and we were ready to relax and watched it get dark. And the Admiral and I laid down to go to bed. Also, my phone started ringing. And I said, I don't need to talk to anybody. Ignored it. Well, it rang about 3 times. And then Cheryl's phone rang. And then I said, I better get up. Somebody's trying to get in touch with me. So I got up, answered the phone. Is this Kenneth Pfeiffer? Yes, it is. Well, this is U.S. Coast Guard out of Charlotte, South Carolina. And we received a distress call from a vessel named the Fourth Dimension. I'm like, what? They said, yeah, we just received a distress call. And I said, well, I'm not in distress. There's not a thing wrong here. And he said, he verified my MMSI number, which is Merchant Marine Ship Identification Number. And he said, yeah, that's the number it came from. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. I did not send out a distress call. And he said, well, here's what's strange. He said, we've been trying to get a hold of you. I'm happy to hear that you're not in distress. We've been trying to get a hold of you all day. And we found that there's another ship with the same MMSI number. I'm like, oh, that ain't good. That ain't supposed to happen. So I'm not real sure what happened. I know I didn't intentionally send out a distress call. And I want to show you what it takes to send a distress call. Now, this boat, now I was playing with the radio, so I may be guilty. Now, up here at the helm, you got this dually mic. It does a little bit of everything. But to send a distress call, you got to take this red thing and pull that open. Oh, just a minute, I'll show you how to do it. You got to pull that open and push that red button in there. Now, trust me when I say I didn't do that. So that's the remote mic. Then down here is the other half of this radio. See this right here? Distress. You got to open that secret little door and press that button. I didn't do that. So the man on the phone was very nice and professional. And he said, okay, we'll disregard. And then I went to bed, back to sleep. And then my phone rang again. And it was my good friend, Dan Abbey. And he says, the Grafton police are here. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, the Grafton police are here. And they received a call from the Coast Guard. And they were worried about Mr. Ken Pfeiffer and wanted to find out if he was in distress. I said, no, Dan, I'm fine. And he says, okay. And they put the police. He says, did you speak to so-and-so from the Coast Guard? I said, yeah, that's the guy I spoke to. All right, that's good enough for us. So now I'm a 1978 graduate of radio and TV at South County Tech. And I know a little bit about electronics. And I ain't sure who or what or how the distress signal went out. But trust me, it did. And kudos to the Coast Guard, because that shit works. I mean, they were... Now I would have been dead and gone by 9:30 at night, but by God, they did find me. So just had to share that story with you. Tune in next week, see where Cousin Ken's at. It could only happen to me. Until then, bye.